It has been more than 3 decades since investigators discovered a woman dead in Campbell County. Now we are finally learning her identity.
10 News reporter Grant Robinson has the latest in this unsolved case.
This is a key step forward in an investigation spanning more than 3 decades. The Jane Doe found on the side of Interstate 75 in Campbell County back in January of 1985 was just one of 6 that investigators believe is part of a string of murders that's commonly called the Redheaded murders. The Campbell County Jane Doe has now been identified as Tina Marie McKinney. Like McKinney, 4 of the other 5 victims were Jane Does. Even though this investigation has been going on for decades, it's not been stagnant. And it's not just law enforcement looking for answers. Students in Elizabethton had a class where they investigated these murders, and they're the subject of a series of podcasts. The host of that podcast traveled across the Southeast and put up these red crosses where the victims were found. Giving these victims their name back is a step towards giving them their dignity back, but it's not all the justice that they deserve. That's why the TBI is asking anybody with any information to call them at 1-800-TBI-FIND. In Campbell County, I'm Grant Robinson, 10 News.